Guilty Gear Strive.
Arcade. Who dares to enter the mayhem? Versus Kai Peace. Lucy. Nagori Yuki. Mankind knew that would not change so fast. Duel 1. Let's rock! Huh? Slap! Duel 2. Let's rock! Counter! Counter! Slap! Duel 1. Let's rock! Duel 2. Let's rock! Counter!
こを見て
何が
今日
無駄よ捕らえる
魔法式今日
逃がさない
Slap. Duel 3. Let's rock. Counter. Counter.
どこを見ている
ロジャーロジャー
Counter.
そこではないごめんそこで
Slap. Who dares to Nagori Yuki? Nagori Yuki. Mankind New. Duel 1. Let's rock.
今日今日さやどこを見ている
Counter.
どこを見ている今日どこを見ている今日魔法式どこを見るそうか興味深い
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock. Counter.
今日
Counter.
そこではないえい
Slap.
傷は浅い立ち上がる
Nagori Yuki wins.
Cat la cat what? We are streaming. We're not streaming to the right things yet. This one, yeah, that one. Okay, I fixed the stream. I fixed the stream. I fixed the stream. Okay. This is Dervish Blue versus Seth, probably.
Who dares to enter the mayhem? Giovanna. Giovanna.
Hello. I'm fixing the thing. Oh, this need to be swapped.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh my goodness. What a what a tag. Seth San Valino, Truthless of Shinovar.
The tag is just Seth, but it's a reference to a book, so I just figured I'd put the full name in there.
That's fair, actually.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
We got all that.
So
Whole
instead of
mouthful
reflecting
versus
on
Dervish
themselves,
Blue.
they blamed the beasts.
Good old Zeth. I don't think I've seen this player yet.
For
Yeah, I think new.
What's up?
Giovanna Mirror.
This should be extremely honest. Extremely honest and true.
Giovanna.
No funny business around here. We're playing the theme as well.
Let's rock.
We're on the most honest stage of all time.
Whoa.
Straight up green grass and whatnot.
Okay, I was wrong because I didn't know they both played Geo.
Just straight up back and forth with the lows so far. Dervish Blue getting a little bit. I'm gonna say he's getting a little bit of an advantage here, but answer back and forth. Gold burst here. You get positive bonus at the very least.
Nice cross up.
On the other side. Once again, tapping with those lows, but this time not gonna get too much out of it, but 2KQB is going to do enough, and the roundhouse kick counter hit is going to be enough. No meter needed for that entire round. Let's see if that's gonna hold things back here, or if Dervish is going to be cleaning this up. I think it's the first game. Flex shield already used here, and Dervish sliding right back in to finish things off. Potentially. Don't know if it's enough to go.
Whoa.
Crazy scaling. Just barely. Single mind.
When you shimmy the shimmy, when you forget to shimmy, when
the shimmies are drawn, when the jimmies are shawned.
They're both really showcasing Giovanna's low and mid vortex.
Yeah. The flex shield again, not going to find too much from it. Little neutral counter, but the RC is here, and now Seth running some momentum.
Full bar spend here. Oh, I gotta go now.
Cat is departing, potentially to come back later as Zeth closes out that first round here. I feel like I can't hear myself. So I'm gonna turn up the snare in my headphones. Hello? Hello? Wow, that's loud. Game audio is gonna go down a little bit, fellas. Welcome to the stream proper. Zeth is in the building. Now with a little bit of a lead here with a 6P getting the anti-air, and the burst is online for Dervish. Not going to get a chance to use it though because the health is a little bit too low. And so they are going to fall. It is 1-1 here in this first match of the night. Sliding right in, Zeth is with the K buttons, and now we're getting counter hits. Instant burst though from Dervish, does not want to deal with all that. Sliding right in with the low and the burst to respond. Now, just a very, very quick return to neutral that Zeth gets the advantage from here, and now Dervish with a counter hit right back in the corner. And was going to go for some of that pressure here, but Zeth interrupting it with a little bit of throw. Now Dervish responding in kind. We got 100 meter here on the back of this hit, so we will be seeing quite the amount of damage. Not going to opt to finish it off with the RC after the throw is going to be enough to finish the round here.
Duel 2.
Keep it real here in round number 2. Ooh, the 6P getting through all of that sliding S. Now Seth taking a brick of damage, half your health bar down, but he does have the burst on his side. The cartwheel, same side action, and now Dervish now faced with it in the corner, potentially trying to go for a throw break and going to eat a counter hit. And once again, eating another counter, trying to slide right in, going to run right into that 2D. Now 100 meter on both sides, burst instantly expended, have to do that to stay alive, maintain the upper hand here, and now Zeth's going to slide right in with the low.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Big counter hit here for Dervish. Pop, 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 1-2 against the wall. Charge dust. Get as much damage as possible here. On the break, you get the positive bonus. So much resources here, and we're already at 100 on one single hit. We're going through the wall. Not going to be able to kill just yet, but it's going to set you up for a very, very good offense here with a hard knockdown and the meter to follow up to make things continue, but we're not going to be spending it, and we're going to get punished for our troubles. Trying to make things burst safe, but unfortunately the combo has to change, and we are not going to be finding it. Dervish burst though, trying to slide in. Gets counter hit for his troubles, and a second time, Zeth fighting back here. Will he be able to close out this game? Not quite yet. Dervish with the reversal super. Not happy with the results of the blocking on the side of Zeth, and he is going to find the throw. Closing out game number 3 here.
Duel 1.
More game to play, though, as we move forward. Dervish with the offensive. Zeth finding the overhead, but taking a couple of hits. Mutual exchange of 6P, but I pressed mine second, so mine's the one that goes through. Sliding right in with the bullet and the low counter hit. And now Dervish, what is the dog doing? Through the wall. Now we get a hard knockdown. Not going to find too much in terms of meter from this due to the penalty. But still going to be finding a hit regardless. 50 meter and climbing here. Dog coming back once again. I set him up, you knock him down.
Duel 2.
Round number 2 here. Dervish looking to close this out. Seth looking to maybe mount a comeback here. This might be how it starts with this one counter hit here against the wall. Unfortunately, the combo is not found, but we pick it right back up again. Go through the wall. We'll be getting quite a bit of meter here. Oh, my goodness. Either premeditated or reaction. The result is the same. Counter hit super does a brick of damage, and we're sliding right up. 7 golden letters for Zeth.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Counter hit to start things off for Dervish. Oh, the lingering hitbox of the 2D does everything and pays your taxes as well. But now Zeth fighting back. The burst comes out from Dervish. Big counter hit. Close slash startup here. Wishing you had your burst for this interaction. Instead, we're going to take millions of damage. No meter spended on the wall break. Potentially has other things in mind, as we saw from the blue RC going forward. BRC to block that. Unfortunately, we're not getting the distance for that grab and not going to be punishing that. Instead, we're getting thrown through the wall. 50 meter and a hard knockdown on the side of Dervish. Going to be finding the hit, going to be finding the connection and the conversion to tie things up 2-2.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
All right, pulling right up. Seth getting first blood here, and the counter hit 16 is going to be bursted immediately, putting Dervish right back in the corner. Oh. All right. Finding another connection here. We're not quite done. Putting you all the way into the corner. The wall health is looking pretty low here, but Seth fighting back. The burst is suspended. Oh no, where are you going, sir? I have to have a few words with you. The charge dust not quite connecting. Dervish has so much meter here, but Seth has 50, and that's all you need to get things started. Go to coast, all the way to the other corner. BRC, not going to find too much off of it, and we're getting out of here. The punishment, though, simple throw, not going to be enough. The OTG would have done it, but Seth opting to just go for the follow-up instead.
Duel 2.
A little bit of risk action being taken here. Mutual respect on both sides. Big counter hit on the 2D, and now taking you all the way over to the wall here. Fancy footwork. Up and above the head, the Abare coming through from Seth. More Abare. Abare back and forth. We're not holding anything. How dare you try to get me to block. Decent routing here with the tap dust. The RC in the middle of the air. Just picks things up just a little bit. Seth really opting to go for that deflect shield more often than most people I see. Fortunately, the routing does take him out of the corner for Dervish, but it matters not as he pulls up and finds the end of the round anyways. We go last round, last game here of the set. That's starting us off with a little bit of aerial action. Bullet coming right through, and the burst on both sides has been extended. Dervish sliding right in, going for a little bit of pressure, saying, no, man, I want to take my turn back. Straight robbery here, and now Seth paying the price. All right, run right in, and we find the grab. One more interaction here is going to do it for Dervish and see if he can find it. Seth is blocking. He's not blocking. I lied. Potentially trying to get out of that situation with either a button or a jump or something at the last minute. Unfortunately, does get caught with the super. Oh, we have no camera. We have no camera. We stay on gameplay tonight, folks, as we await for our next round. I'm going to guess that we're getting Slowpoke and Darzana.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
All right, sorry, fellas. Slowpoke Master and Darzana here for the winners quarterfinals of this bracket. Now Slowpoke opting for a little bit of long distance play here. An interesting option between these two characters. Of course, the Mistfinder. Oh, we should be able to recover from this in time. Yep, absolutely. And now Xana, unfortunately, not finding the continuation to the combination. We've got 100 meter to play with. Kai Kisk has low health. Here comes 50 of it coming out. We won't even need the other 50 to finish things off. Darzana taking the first round here. Slowpoke Master a little bit more projectile play, which again, against Johnny, might have mixed results. We find the Mistfinders to break through those projectiles. Darzana opting not to go that route though. Grab comes through. Ooh, he's wise to the tricks. Nice block. Unfortunately, you're too high on the wall. That's not quite going to connect. And now we burn 50 meter for nothing. Big counter hit, not going to continue though. Expecting the burst possibly. And the burst comes through on the second hit. Unfortunately, oh no! Little bit of fumbleage on both sides of the ring here. Net positive on the side of Darth Xana, though. They managed to grab the first game. All right. A bit of neutral action coming here, and now Slowpoke Master setting things up here in the corner. Darth Xana just going to have to weather the storm for just a little bit. Does manage to find his way out of it, but now you're right back into the stuff, the rough stuff. Getting the burst blocked, but fortunately getting it blocked on the other side. So at least you don't have to resort to corner pressure until we get right back into the other side here. Sliding right through. The burst not pushing Darth Xana right back into the corner. So not as terrible as it could be, but Slowpoke Master can be just as crazy, whether he's fighting from mid-screen or corner pressure. Going for the stun dipper here. No burst to worry about, so we're just finishing the combo outright. The heavy DP. Now we go right on to round number 2. All right, more projectile play here. Big counter comes through. Darth Xana stuck on the wall. Definitely would like to see a little bit more things such as, oh, we're blocking the DP. Never mind. Darth Xana knows exactly what he's doing. Decent amount of damage here on the counter hit. Now we're getting the wall right through it. Hard knockdown and such. Slowpoke Master with 100 meter though. Gonna get hit up. Burst we're also online. We're just blowing right through all of this and right past the second hitbox as well. Slowpoke Master with the invincible super. Now the burst is online here, and he's going to be using it. The hero burst. You better win this round, or else it will be all for naught. The charge dust not quite hitting, and now he has to play defense. Xana going to be taking that one out. Darth Xana. Good job of not folding under the pressure. He was also at low health. Opting to save his burst and managed to take the round away as well. So we've got a big advantage here. That he's got access to that early burst in case things go wrong at the beginning stages of this round here. And we find the RC off the instant overhead. Slowpoke Master says, get off me. Flying right in with a direct clock. It comes through. We find the big counter hit. Once again, this is the advantage that having the burst offers you. Slowpoke Master just having to mash his way out of this pressure. Does manage to do it. YRC though brings the turn back to 0. Slowpoke Master finding the hit though, and this is going to be quite a bit of damage. Looks like he knew it wasn't really going to kill, so opted for more meter gain here. He's going to be finding the second hit after that, taking the game. Round and game here for Slowpoke Master. Can't go back to the player screen because, again, we do not quite have that camera. Slowpoke Master once again playing at that range with the projectile and the added lightning effect from it as well. The lightning strike in the projectile's place, and now Darth Xana having to contest this pressure in the corner. From up close and from far away, Slowpoke Master no stranger to throwing out those projectiles from a medium distance. Covering all kinds of space here, as well as very many options. One of those being the stun dipper comes through to block the burst. Not going to be a counter hit, so he didn't actually punish the burst itself. Darth Xana could have optionally opted to be on the defense there. Just jump right over your option, hit you with a little bit of grab action, put you in a strike throw situation. 2 strikes, and Darth Xana blocking them both, finding a counter hit of his own. Put Slowpoke Master in the corner, but the Abare is there. Abare, my beloved. Slowpoke Master right here in the corner, once again, finding the hit off of that Oki situation, but now Darth Xana fighting his way out. We do have the card on play. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too far, so we're not going to get a continuation from that, but the overhead is there, and it's good. 50 more meter on both sides. Nobody has burst, but Darth Xana's going to be building it back here in a second, and there it is. Opting not to use it because he knows he's not in a life or death situation from the end of that combo. But now it's very dangerous. He's taking all these straight hits, so it's like, where do you really use the burst? Here we go. Give himself just a little bit better situation. Now he's having to do all this faultless defense to avoid the chip. You can't avoid the stray hit, the sword poking out. Very nicely done from Slowpoke Master, just making Darth Xana get impatient with all those fireballs. It was much, much more effective as well because he was on his last limbs, without the burst as well. Getting a little bit desperate, rushing right into the waiting arms of the extended hitbox of the sword. Return though, game number 4. Burst comes through. Darth Xana hopping right over. And the RC comes through. Good RC through the air. We're flying all the way up and back down. Dire Egglot through the wall. Now Darth Xana facing down a rabid Kai. Once again, the charge dust. And no burst to stop this from happening. Just a 1-2 real quick to send you down back to the floor. 6 feet under. Luckily for Darth Xana, he's going to get that burst back very soon here, so he's going to have another resource to contest with Slowpoke Master's aggression. Will it come back in time? Nice tech on the throw. Big counter hit again. Slowpoke Master's been finding a lot of mileage out of these pokes. All right, heavy DP here in the corner. And once again, to break the wall, Dire Egglot, we got the shock state on. Sliding right on in, and we're getting meter like nobody's business. Almost at 100, there it is. And off this hit, we should be able to kill, not quite. Yep, waiting for some sort of burst, but it is not going to come. The meter was not there. And Slowpoke Master taking it 3-1 over Darth Xana. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently waiting for our next match. I would put it over into, I another camera, but we do not have another camera currently available to us at the moment. Bro, who's typing in twitch.com, bro? Let's get real. Who doesn't know? Who's not a knower? These fools did not have the GA Strive chat up. What's up, everybody? What's up, Frisky? Sorry I'm so late to saying that. They didn't have no chat up, man. They had 404 chat up. Ain't nobody over there. What? Who said that? Anyways. Welcome to the stream. We have no cameras today. It's just me. 1/4 of the parking lot present in the building. I had Kat over here earlier, but y'all get to listen to just my baritone, just my baritones today. It's Fernie is off playing Magic the Gathering somewhere. We honestly never know where Girlfeet is. He kind of just shows up when when he feels like it. So I'm holding it down. Holding it down and yapping and doing and whatnot. And such. I think I might pull up the Evo stream. Not on the computer. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone so I don't disturb the bracket. I haven't been able to watch it all day because I've been at work. Because I'm a working man. This is Rivals of Aether. The thumbnail said Guilty Gear Strive. This is Rival. Okay, here we go. Now it's Guilty Gear Strive. Yeah.
Who dares to enter the mayhem?
Is that K-Shoot with the move? Hope everybody at home is having a great time. Thank you for tuning into the bracket. We're here at 404 Esports. It's the Guilty Gear Strive Friday night fight night, along with other assorted anime games such as Uni 2, such as, what do we play here? I don't remember. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and some other games on the occasion. It looks like we have our next match pulled up here, though. It's going to be Catch versus PZ Does Stuff. Two of the homies. I feel like I could say that about any matchup that happens here, actually, in the venue. Put any two people on stream, I'll just be like, yeah, man, that's the homie. It makes commentating without bias extremely easy. When you're chill with everyone, at least I would like to think so. I hope nobody secretly hates me. I say that's the homie, and they're watching back through the VOD, and they're just like, I fucking hate that guy, bro. Don't ever call me the homie again. Anyways, we got Catch and PZ Does Stuff. It's gonna be Johnny and May. Captain versus crewmate. We'll see which one of these comes out on top this time around. A little bit of mutual respect happening here to start things off, and the respect is already discarded as the Totugeki comes through. PG does stuff. Does manage to find a hit, not going to get too much out of it, but this corner pressure, which is, I would say, quite important. As I say that off the misfinder, Totugeki once again to catch the recovery frames of that, or to catch any of Catch's potential responses or follow-ups. I expect to see that quite a few times off the back of the misfinder. Catch throws out, as long as, of course, the card is not attached to it. The overhead comes through and does catch PZ, does stuff though, and the card is there, making things much more difficult to respond to. But we do find the hit. We find quite a bit of damage here, and the tap dust does come through. We do have burst, but the super is online, so we're going to be crossing out that meter, telling you to go home. Good play to not even, probably didn't even want to go for that burst, honestly. Being that low on life. Definitely want to save it for the next round, which is the one we're observing currently right now. Catch doing a decent job keeping PZ at bay with those cards and added pressure. Now we get this wall break here from the Insenga. Quite a bit of damage, and we're getting a whole lot of resources here. Catching the backdash from the Totogeki, though, is PZ does stuff as he proceeds to do some stuff to catch. But here's the back throw incident. It could happen to you. 100 meter and burst. The reversal comes through, though. Gets PZ out of that situation. Now Catch needs to rush to get the advantage here once again. Definitely finding himself in a position to figure things out here. BRC going to go for the air throw, and PZ trying to go for some sort of grab on the ground as well, or possibly a throw tag. We just run up and do it. The back throw incident once again. I told you it could happen to you, and you didn't listen. And now it's happened to both of them. We go right back to the normal. Next hit wins. Basically, we do have bursts on both sides here. And the counter hit does come through for Catch. PZ wisely deciding to save the burst there. Don't see any situation in which you would want to expend that, actually. You are so close to death. As well just save it for the next round, especially since Catch already has his. And now the plus frames here on the back of the card. PZ does stuff, getting caught by that 6P. Totogeki coming through once again, but catching the up Dolphin. PZ trying to get a little bit silly here. Catch closing the distance. Now trying to create some distance as well, but getting side swapped here by PZ. PZ just jumping all around, trying to keep Catch on his toes. And this finder does come through. BRC to get just a little bit closer, and we're running, diving right in. Burst on the side of Catch. See what he's going to use it for. He's got 50 meter as well, as he does pick up his hit. Queen of Hearts through the wall. We're going to get this hard knockdown. Find out what we can do from this. Yep. Very, very potent mix-ups here from Johnny on that hard knockdown situation. The high-low and the patience. Just a lit of micro delay. Very smart option for Catch to maybe delay that missed finer. Trying to catch PZ on autopilot to punish it potentially. Whatever his thought process was, it did work out for him. He manages to take that first game. Up one. There I go, dashing right through, holding on to my hat as I do. It looks cool as hell. Totogeki does come through though, and the counter hit. Cat trying to respond something of his own and gonna get caught. Ooh, the tap does come through. We find the RC. Ooh, through the wall. Catch looking not so healthy right now. And the forward Dolphin is going to be enough to do him in. PZ does stuff, finishing that off with a sizable life lead. Definitely just wants to close this out to even things up. The Catch fighting back. Put PZ in a bad situation, and here comes the hard knockdown with the card on play as well, but the burst comes through. And Catch trying to catch those Dolphins here with the 6P. Easy kind of trying to throw him for a loop. Catch does manage to find the hit though. Queen of Hearts gonna get split. Not quite close enough to the wall to activate that break. Easy says, get off me with the invincible reversal. Ooh, Catch sliding right through, and this is going to be enough for sure. A neutral counter here. Catch finding the better end of it though. Tap dust, no follow-up, no meter. Just barely finding that conversion there, right at the tip of the range, and it's enough to break the wall, so we're getting a bunch of meter here as well. We find a hit, so not quite gonna get to 50, but it's quite a big head start to get to that meter expenditure as soon as possible. Once again, not close enough to the wall, but perhaps the positioning is more along the lines of what he wanted anyway. Hard knockdown in the corner to finish things off. A little bit more advantageous than resetting to neutral here. All right, going for a throw. Unfortunately, not close enough for that. Gonna get a tiny punish, but now catches in the corner here. A little bit of a barre action. We pull up once again, trying for the throw, but he's just not quite close. He's going to find a throw of his own. That's leading to this situation right now, in which PZ takes quite a bit of damage and is going to have to contend with Johnny in the corner once again. Misfinder away. Now PZ on the advantage. High-low activity. Ooh, PZ probably trying to go for an empty PRC into either a low or a throw, but catch was just a little bit faster. I imagine it was a low because if it was a throw, you probably would have gotten a throw tech at the very least, but now PZ on his last limbs, unfortunately, the chip damage does him in. Flickering that FD, but the misfinder came through at the exact moment that the bubble went off. Very unfortunate. And Catch has been doing a really good job of spacing out these attempts to get in from PZ and finding the throw right at the edge of PZ's threat range. And a big anchor coming through from PZ. Would have been a brick of damage, but the burst comes through for Catch. Finds the 6P once again. Cards in play. Plus frames. Dash right up forward. Now Totogeki to take the turn back. 100 meter for Catch though, so potential PRC or potential YRC angle here if he does get in the situation. Unfortunately, once again, PZ does stuff, just getting constantly caught by these whiff throws. Saying coming through. We're starting to spend the cash. Definitely want to. Ooh, no, PZ opted to get the hell out of there. And Catch potentially trying to catch him with a air throw. Not quite going to find it. Now he's wary of his health bar. Still pressing the offense here, and once again, PZ with that punish on the missed finder. Scouting out the Catch is just a little bit too close to make that option safe. Senga coming through, opting not to use the card, and we blocked the burst as well. PZ now in the corner with the card select. Through the wall here. Catch not to get situation. Anti-air misfinder, and now PZ needs to get out of this corner. Does manage to at the cost of a little bit more health, and now he's very, very low. Does find a counter hit though. See what this can get started. Not quite enough. The buttons are just a bit too stubby, and Catch finds the victory off the back of that whiff. And I believe I had the game count messed up. That is actually the third game for Catch. Over PZ does stuff. Very good showing out from both of these players. As we await our next match, and that was a semifinals match, so we are going to be going right back into things. A little bit of rapid fire action as we go back to back to back here in our top 8. Top 4, top 6, top whatever we are in the bracket. I just know we're going to get some decent matches here. I believe it's going to be Cat and Slowpoke Master. I think is who I saw walking up to the plate. Going to go ahead and swap that over to our second winner semifinal match of the night. Man, as soon as I tuned into this joint, they said, "Yo, we're going to break." What do you mean you're going to break, man? I'm trying to see the action, bro. I'm trying to see what's going on. I know who I am.
Kai Keith. Johnny.
All right. Sliding right back into things here.
Man.
It is indeed. Is Cat on Johnny? The Cat Jonathan? Make sure that's actually who's playing. I can't even tell. Hold on. It most definitely is. And Slowpoke Master with the 7 golden letters. Perfect to start things off. Slowpoke said, Cat, you got to put the Johnny back in the oven, bro. That joint is not ready. The purple outfit, though, kind of clean. Now Cat playing with the offense here. Mutual counter not quite prepared for the DP to come out. Slowpoke Master always ready to throw that option out. This fighter coming through, cancel the projectile. Now Cat playing at a little bit of a mid-range here. Sliding right back in as soon as I say that, the burst comes through. Slowpoke Master running right up behind that projectile, but Cat finds the counter hit. And we are not pressing buttons here. I lied, we're pressing so many buttons, at least one of them. Now Slowpoke Master back in the advantage here in the corner, but Cat taking his turn. Not going to find too much from it. Little leggy action. Going to be finding the hit. Going to be putting him in an advantageous situation, but Slowpoke Master jumping right over the Mistfinder, right over the card, and finding the tap dust. Ooh, we're blocking the burst as well. He said, I've seen you do this before, brother. Slowpoke Master burst baiting the burst baiter. The GA burst debate finally comes to fruition here. Slowpoke Master manages to take that first game. Cat sticking with the Johnny here. Burst comes through. Little leggy. Not quite going to find those plus frames. The card was not close enough to Slowpoke, and the tap dust comes through once again. Cat does not have burst this time, so we're just going to be finishing the combo here. Not worrying about any sort of mind games, no possibilities here. Mutual counter and Cat finding the better end of it, but the burst comes through. Hey, my projectile is a little bit better than yours, though. Sliding right through, managing to find the hits. Slowpoke Master trying to fight his way out of this corner. So far managing to do it, does find a hit on below here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to finish the combo. It's a drop. Not going to spell your demise just yet, but it puts you in not a great position. The hero burst option is there for Cat, opting not to use it. Very smart move. Carry it over into the next round and potentially beyond. Especially while Slowpoke Master is still trying to build his own. Right. Playing at an extreme range here. The Cat manages to find the timing on that fireball, though. It's a little bit risky, even playing at that long distance where Mistfinder doesn't connect. There is a command dash attached to that move, if Cat so desires. All right, the strike throw is going to be doing quite a bit of damage here to Slowpoke Master bit by bit, and the counter hit comes through, but the burst is there. Once again, fireballs, mutual counter. Now we're right back at full screen. Slowpoke Master has been no stranger to playing, but Cat finds the hit. Two Enseñas through the wall, and the big counter hit. You're all the way up there to the skies. All right, quick RC to get things right. Nice throw tech from Cat. Is he going to be able to burst in time? Doesn't even need it. Finds the hit, and he's carrying the burst over into the last round as well. Very good situation for Cat. Being able to have used the burst already. Early burst. Potentially maybe hoping for a chance to get another one throughout the round, and it's potentially possible. Johnny no slouch in terms of health, and if he manages to get a positive bonus, and I can definitely see it happening. Slowpoke Master definitely going to be getting burst in this combo though. Now we're here on the pressure. The big counter hit does come through, and Cat's not managed to get any of that positive bonus I was talking about earlier, so it's looking a little bit dangerous. They managed to get hit here. Not quite a good finish of that combo. We got half burst, so we got some options available to us, namely the deflect shield and the reversal super. It only requires $50 cash here. Say my name. Cat buying a little bit more, or Cat buying a little bit more time. Mistfinder breaking right through those projectiles. Finds 2K2D. Fortunately getting caught by the staggered pressure of Slowpoke Master. Cat is going to go down here, and Slowpoke takes game number 2. So let's see if Cat is going to be sticking with the Jonathan, or if he's going to go to character select. It looks like he's sticking with Johnny. The swiftest rematch in all the lands. Smoking gun. the Cat Johnny. Big counter starting things out for Slowpoke Master. I'll take a burst. I'm not mad about it. Mistfiner blowing up those projectiles. The patient counter coming through for Cat. Unfortunately, not so patient on the Mistfiner. Command dashing right into that projectile, and that has led here to the corner, but Cat capitalizing on the whiff throw, getting a counter hit of his own. Now, Slowpoke does have a 100-meter here. He'll be able to make something happen if he manages to find a hit. Ooh, I was going to say, or if he manages to find some defense, but unfortunately the only thing he is going to be defending is his honor in this next round. I can't go out like that. Unfortunately, it's looking like he might go out like that. Big counter to start things off here. Cat finds another hit. The card is there, so we do find this conversion. Plus frames. Oh, no plus frames. We don't even need them when you're just handing out DPs like that. Getting clubs through the wall. All right. Reaction DP from Slowpoke Master. Let's get me out of here. The burst comes through. Mistfiner breaking those projectiles. And like I said a little bit earlier, the Mistfiner is a good tool for stopping those projectiles from Slowpoke. If you can manage to find the time. If you can't find the time, you're just going to end up essentially dashing right into those projectiles. Slowpoke is opting to go to character select now. Changing the color. Shadow the Hedgehog in the building. Color and music swap here for Slowpoke Master to see if it gives him an advantage of some sort, perhaps a mental advantage. That's all he needs. See his head back in the game. Controller disconnected.
Mankind news.
Good thing that happened right now and not during the actual match.
Let's rock.
Game number one, or game number 4, sorry, round number 1 of the semi-final set. Slowpoke Master opting for a little bit more of the same here. Cat trying to play a little bit passively, not necessarily passively, but a little bit more controlled, trying to control the pace of the round. Unfortunately, Slowpoke Master will not be controlled as he continues to fly in. Cat trying to throw out a lot of these 6Ps, but Slowpoke is just not in a position to ever get hit by any of them, and now Cat going the wrong way on the combo. There's the 6P, finally connecting on a dash in, but it is too little, too late. Round number 2 here, mutual counter, Cat getting the better end. This is a hard knockdown, and now we find the distance trade here. Slowpoke dashing right over the card explosion. Came after the Mistfiner. Stun Dipper moving right under. Not quite going to be getting the burst block here. But Cat with the PRC backwards is going to find a little counter hit. It's not going to amount to a crazy amount. And now we are here. Once again, Cat just not being able to find that timing I was talking about earlier. Just keeps dashing right into the projectiles. Keeps getting hit in the ready stance as well. And Slowpoke Master more than willing to just take the free damage. The run up throw, no OTG. Tap dust, not quite going to be successful. And now Cat getting to play the game. My turn. My turn to run a bit of strike throw. How you like that, Sonny? The overhead comes through, and Slowpoke Master looking a little bit low in the health department. Not going to be quite enough to kill. We've got burst on the side of Slowpoke, so he wants to make a hero call here. He will have the option, but the tap dust is going to do just enough and secure him a spot in the winner's final.
Kai wins.
As we look to our next round here, we've got Cyber Palm and Punch Jow. Could we step it up to the plate? Oh, okay. Now I understand. all right, man. Punch Jaw, Cyber Palm. Lucy. Let me check to see what sides they're sitting on.
Mankind.
All right.
Duel 1.
I've got them mixed up. No.
Let's rock.
We've got a Bridget in the building for the first time in 500 years. There is a Bridget on the screen at 404 Esports. So far, Punch Jaw on the Bridget. A decent job just keeping Cyber Palm from being able to do, well, much of anything. Big counter hit comes through. Not a wonder. It's been such a long time since we had this character at the local. Do we know how to play against the character? Do we remember? Is the knowledge still there? Or are we going to have to take a little bit to get used to the reality of things once again the DP comes through? That's going to finish things off here. Punch Jaw taking first blood here. Big counter here. Cyber Palm not taking a crazy amount of damage, and that might be the story for the whole round. Bridget the character with fantastic, pretty good defensive options, fantastic offensive options, but not a crazy amount of health or damage. Here we see the offensive options at play already. Big counter hit here. Unfortunately, we're not finding the finisher of the combo, but we get another pickup. Get another chance at offense, and we find a hit once again. Is it one of those death by 1,000 cuts kinds of characters? Multiple strings of interaction required to actually find the kill here, but Punch Jaw does manage to do so. Goes up one. Immediately over to counter select. Cyber Palm opting for the Nagori Yuki. So listen, my credit's good, it's fine. My credit is good, and you'll see. I'll show them all. I'll show them all. You might have the mix-ups. You might have the DP. But you're no match for my credit card. Cyber Palm actually gets to use said install. Already eating up that blood gauge. DP comes through. Cyber Palm opting for the BRC just to get a little bit closer. Now Punch Jaw with 1 million years of offense. Big counter hit here. Now Cyber Palm looking about ready to pop. Punch Punchjaw setting up the offense here and a crazy amount of chip damage. Punchjaw just remaining patient until they can find an opening here. Fly right in and deal that last speck of health. Nagoriyuki does manage to find the command grab to reset the blood, and now the counter hit into the command grab once again. The DP comes through though. Punchjaw says, "Get the hell off of me, man." All right, flying right in, another overhead. This time it's a low, and now we're converting for a little bit longer of a combo. Right. Trying to set things up. Cyberpop trying to get in the way of that. Blood pops, and it does in fact connect. Cyberpop now needs to get something done. Excessive chip damage once again. Has to do that because otherwise you will fall to the chip of the super. Now Cyberpop, unfortunately, being unable to get anything really started against this Bridget. Side of the bracket as well, so he's got to lock in, got to figure something out in order to stay here in this tournament. Punchjaw on the other side, definitely just trying to punch a ticket to the next stage of the bracket. Cyberpop opting for the deflect shield, but the grab goes right through that. Going up into the air, the airborne Nagoriyuki credit card install. I can do whatever I want right now. Big counter hit here. How many super moves can you fit into 30 seconds? The answer, not enough. Right, dash back, going for the upper invulnerability, finding the command grab to take a chunk of that blood meter off, and the DP has been blocked. You are going to die. I lied. Deflect shield, not going to do too much. Once again, Cyberpunk controlling all of this space and managing to get the response. Unfortunately, Punchjaw's buttons just not quite reaching Nagoriyuki this time around. The giant cut from the sword is going to be doing the magic. Trying to fly in with the Beyblade, and Punchjaw trying to stop that from happening by any means necessary. Once again, the overhead. And the burst blocked, but unfortunately no response, as the timing was a little bit tricky, as Bridget did have to fall down before anything happened. Counter hit here, we're sliding right in. Now you're against the corner, against the Bridget. Everyone's worst nightmare. We find the low with a little scoot. Cyberpunk managing to find their way out of that. The blood meter is high though, so you don't really want to do anything too risky unless you're certain you can find a way to get that meter decreased. And here comes the big counter hit. RC backwards though, didn't necessarily believe. We're going all the way in. We find the miracle command grab, and we find the miracle hit. Not going to be enough to do Punchjaw in, but it's a hell of a lot of damage. And now here comes the pop. And the punishment to follow. Teleport back into the Beyblade. Cyberpunk finding the first hit here, but now things are slowing down to a crawl as Punchjaw just trying to control the space here. Cyberpunk just trying to ease his way in to a position in which he gets a little bit more threatening, and here we are. RC to continue things as well. The burst is online, but you're against the wall, so it doesn't matter, and you just die for that. No surprise here. Sliding right in, 2 dashes forward, and the deflect shield not really doing too much against this character with infinite range. All right, going to need to be watching that blood meter though. Getting some of it back, connecting these sword cuts, and just a slow dismantling of the health bar bit by bit from these massive slashes of Nagoriyuki. Punchjaw falling once again. Cyberpunk working on a reverse 3-0 here. There goes the hit. Get some of that blood back. So desperately needed here on the second bar. I suppose kind of where you want to be floating at here, especially with the playstyle that Cyberpunk is opting for. Find the command grab, find the counter hit. You might be dead. We got super. Opting not to use it. It's not enough damage. Not yet. BRC in place just to get a look at what's going on. And the chop right to the net. It's going to be enough. I was saying about 2.5 bars maybe is where Cyberpunk might be wanting to play the way that he's playing this out, because you get the extra range and extra damage from those long-range sword attacks. The higher the bar is. Now having to weather the storm, BRC forward, and now teleport back. He's almost popping. So very close. If he hadn't gotten those hits, I imagine we would be seeing a different game state right now. Deflect shield for Cyberpunk, going to be getting him out of that situation. Going right through the projectiles, and now he is popped. He's got to figure something out here. Ooh, across the entire screen. Punish you for getting wise against me, sir. I've got the entire screen as my playground. And once that blood gets popped, those buttons get just a little bit ridiculous. And very, very scary in terms of range and damage. A one-shot character indeed. Cyberpunk continuing the bracket run here. To move on to our next game, which I am unsure of the players of. What the hell is going on? Who is here? Who is playing? I gotta go find out.
You dares to enter the mayhem. Johnny. Nagori Yuki.
Okay.
Johnny.
It's Darzan and the Acorn. _Acorn. Who are we playing? Nago again? Yes, dude. I genuinely love me some Nago. That character is so funny. He either kills you or dies. There's no in between. Well, that's how most of the things go, but you know what I mean.
Mankind knew that they cannot
Hold
change
on.
society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts, heaven or hell.
All right, man. Here we go. Yo, this Nago colorway is clean as hell. What are we talking about? What the hell are we talking about?
Johnny.
If you don't think this joint clean as hell, get the hell out of my face. Darzana coming back up to the plate against the Acorn. We haven't seen them on stream just yet. We've seen more of this Nago aggression here, right into the command grab. Get a little bit of refund for that blood. Now Darzana with the back throw. Got some plus frames. But the burst comes through. 1, 2, and the 3. We find the RC. Darzana does have burst. Oh no, with throw, but the burst comes through. Oh, help me! Vaulted right into the resting blade. YRC, I'm taking my turn back. And now you are in prime position to get cut up by that card on the floor. Santa not opting to make use of it though. Now the Acorn fighting back. Big counter hit here on the Nago, and that's going to be enough to do him in. Round number 2, a little bit of backdash action, back teleport. Now Darzana just opting for a misfinder. Saying, hey man, if you want to stay back there, we can stay back there. Two characters with a very decent amount of range here on their kits. Fortunately for the Acorn, that joint comes standard in Johnny's kit. You got to do some work to get that kind of range on Nagori Yuki. Say my name real quick one time for the fans. Big Johnny in the building. That's my son. Pull through, find the high. The Acorn is going to be going down low. 6 feet under. We move to the final round of this first game. Help. Card in play. Darzana getting caught by the deflect shield, but dashing right into the air to make things not even matter. Here comes the card. No plus frames, just confirmed hits. Once more time. All right, through the wall. Dastardly mix-up coming here. It's going to be a high or a low. Opting for the low and anticipating the deflect shield. Or perhaps just a standard block, and Darzana just going right in. Very nicely done, going for the very, very short option of just JP instead of a whole misfighter action, so he can just land and get that grab. Lickety splits. The Acorn fighting back though. Oh, opting for another command grab, but Darzana jumping right out of that. Now it's a strike. Whereas it was previously a throw. We pull up. How about the after party? Tap dust comes through, and we do find the RC as well. Decent damage, 2.5 bars of blood, so that sword's getting a little bit scary for the Acorn. Well, we're coming over the top. Backdoor incident, it could happen to you. The red RC is going to be enough. Number 2 here, a little bit of mutual counter action. 1, 2, 3, we pull up. Acorn very, very often dashing in to get that command grab. It seems like Darzana is getting wise to those tricks. It's the second time he's managed to jump out of that situation. Get away scot-free once again, finding the situations where he would want to deflect shield, but this is going to hurt. Help me, please. I've jumped in onto a super that's actively happening. Wrong side to get the wall break, though, unfortunately. So Acorn's just going to have to settle for a bit of damage. Darzana's going to be settling for the victory here as he goes up 2-0 against the Acorn. Well, that wasn't the end of it. I lied bad. My fault. I'm over here signing death warrants for people that are still breathing. Help! 1, 2, get a little bit of refund for that blood, just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit on block, but as that meter goes up, this character gets a little bit more dangerous. Also, just a little bit closer to being in danger as well, but Darzana handling it very well. Dashing right through, finding the command grab, backdash this time. Darzana potentially anticipating a standard grab, going for a tech. 2. Here in the corner. So many strikes. You got to wonder, when is the throw coming? Is Darzana ready for it? He's just going to be jumping out of the corner, though. There it is. I'll find the throw on my own terms. And by my own terms, I mean on your turn. Acorn actually taking that one away, evening things up. We're now 1 apiece.
Duel 1.
Backdash action with throw here. Darzana using burst here. Once again, another counter coming through. Counter, one after the other. Now Darzana pushing the advantage here with the plus frames. Oh, tripping you up on the misfinder. Waiting for the burst, and it doesn't come until the very last second, so Acorn getting out of that. Counter coming through, not going to do anything for it, but we're setting up the card that leads to this wall break here. Breaking without meter, we're going to get the full advantage of positive bonus here, and we're finding the low. Not going to be enough to put you in a winning situation, but will be enough to put you in advantage. And just as I say that, the backdoor incident, the tap dust comes through. We do have meter to convert as well, and we're getting resources now on the side of the Acorn. BRC forward, though, to continue the advantage, press things forward. Now, unfortunately, Darzana not being able to capitalize off of the flex shield in the air. But now, look at this chip. Oh, we're popping as soon as the misfinder comes through, but we'll just send another one. It's no problem. I'll make sure the message gets there. Sliding all the way through. Get that kick up on the top. Once again, Darzana with this ability to even take the deflect shield pushback and be able to command dash forward with that misfinder makes it a little bit, I say a little bit, but it's quite a bit less effective at creating distance here. Acorn finds the regular grab and the command grab. We are not blocking this though. The reversal super does find purchase. Will it be enough? Not quite. Beefy man here on the Nagoriyuki. A couple of stray hits is all it takes and some chip damage to seal the deal. No faultless defense from Acorn to stop that from happening. Darth Zana goes up 2-1 against the Acorn. Similar round start where Acorn's offering some respect and Darth Zana just going right in. Equal respect here. Darth Zana pulls the trigger first and does manage to find the second hit as well. The third, indeed, and now you're against the wall. All right, once again, opting for this high or low, or as we've seen, we could just do the empty into the throw. It's going to be 2 highs, though. Not going to find too much from it. The Acorn actually trying to find some Abare here. Not quite going to work because of the burst, and now Darth Zana finding a hit, but not going to capitalize on it. Now the Acorn gets a chance. Here comes the tap dust in the RC behind us, and we're going to get a full conversion all the way here into the wall. We're going to be in prime position to get things happening here. The blood is increasing. We're going to have to find a way to decrease that unless we want to be playing in the pop state. But Darth Zana moving swiftly, dismantling the defense of the Acorn, and now we move on into round number 2. Backdash action here, but it does get caught in the defense, leading into this grab, leading into this hit. Once again, the card comes through, and the command dash, again, as I've been saying, is doing very, very well on Darth Zana's side to mitigate the pushback from not only the faultless defense, but again, the deflect shield as well when the Acorn decides to throw it out. Oh, but that time, not quite being able to catch it. The Acorn gets a little bit of breathing room. We are using that breathing room. We're going to teleport back. Catch you reaching for a grab. Now Darth Zana here in the infinite pressure dimension, but we do manage to find the hit, and this will be enough to seal the deal here. Darth Zana moving on. Acorn unfortunately falling.
Johnny wins.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are preparing our next match here. Getting ready. Competitors are sat in their seats. I believe it's Cat and Cyberpalm stepped up to the plate. Our first losers quarterfinal match of the night. Go ahead and swap that over. Once again, if you're tuning in, you are here. Guilty Gear Strive. It is Friday Night Fight Night. We play a bunch of anime games. Guilty Gear Strive, Uni 2, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and other video games from time to time, just depending on what kind of crowd we draw on the day. Sometimes we have some special events. and such and whatnot. Sometimes the Marvel vs. Capcom fellas show out. Sometimes the Dragon Ball fellas show out. It just kind of depends on who's around, who's here to vibe, who's here to run some brackets.
Who dares to enter the mayhem?
Cat opting for the Lucy this time. Like I said last week, this dude just be playing anything, bro. That man just be like, I feel like he's got like a, man just rolls the dice. Bro said, who am I going to be playing today? Hey, one of these days I need to bring in like a comically sized like spinning wheel or something. Like one of those, like, you know the ones that you spin and they like clack and stuff. That's what we need. And I'm gonna bring it to Cat. I'm gonna be like, yo,
Duel 1.
who are we playing today? It's Cat and Cyberpunk. I don't know who this guy is, but you're getting shot. I can't shoot this guy. Oh! Why is 44 Esports not a mod in the GA Strive chat? I can't shoot this guy. I'll have to do it from my phone. Am I a mod in the GA Strive chat? Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I'm really invested in making sure this guy. Well, I can't do it. All right, never mind. He'll just be there. Whatever. Cat's losing. What the hell? The things that happen when you play your. This isn't even a tertiary character. This is like a quaternary character or some garbage. I don't know. I still don't know who Cat plays, man. He'll be picking characters and whatnot, and I'm just like, what are we doing? Mutual counter here. Oh, the gun is no match for my sword. Your gun is no match for my lightning reflexes. My arm is far too fast for your mere bullets. Got a little micro hit. Didn't really manage to get anything off of that. Now it's Cat's turn. Big counter hit here off of the shock state as well. Or I guess the corrupted state. I don't recall what the name of that state is. But it's definitely not Minnesota. Here we go. Flying right over the projectiles once again, right over the misfinder. The gun comes out, doesn't find any purchase with anything except for that guy way in the back. Big counter hit for Cat. We're sliding right in. The red RC going to be bringing us here into the corner. Nice little check from Cyberpalm though. We're taking the stun state off of him as well. Oh, gold burst. Help. I need assistance immediately. Cat getting some resources here. Back to the positive bonus, but Cyberpalm just throwing out hit boxes, and Cat, unfortunately, running right into them. Big slash here spells the end of the first game. Directly to character select. And let's see what the vibe is this time. Nagoriyuki for Cat. This being a character that I'm more familiar with them playing. We'll see how it's going to go here against Cyberpalm. He's no stranger to the character himself.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
All right, little backdash Beyblade action to start things off immediately, or should I say teleport Beyblade. Cat flying right in, spending so much of that blood meter. 2.5 already as soon as the game starts, but extended range was doing good to keep Cyberpalm at bay, but now Cyberpalm now has Cat here in the corner. Finds the red RC off the back of the misfinder. Now Cat having to contend against this stagger pressure. Oh no, whiff throw, and you're not able to cancel those anymore. We're finding the second hit anyways as well. Cat PRC forward, try to get something happening here. The low misfinder finds purchase, and this is going to spell the end, is what I would say. Hero burst, but it's not going to do much of anything as you slide right into the Mistfinder. Unfortunately, the burst being wasted. Now you have to play against an opponent that's probably more than likely going to be getting their burst back very soon here in the match without having one yourself. Oh, credit card install. I can do as many supers as I want. Check this out. All right, the red RC. That install has since run out. Punish Nagoriyuki is going to be getting that round here. Round number 3, starting off with a chop, not going to find anything. Cyber Bomb over the top with the bolts. And Cat with the 6P, but the burst comes through. Ooh, that blood gauge is filling up mighty, mighty quickly as Cyber Bomb over the top. Does manage to get a low. Oh, and the high with the Insegna. And another counter as well. Jacka diamonds through the wall. Ugh. Sliding right in with throw. Cyber Palm going up 2-0.
Mankind. Duel 1.
This Cat opting to stay on the Nago for this time. Little leggy action to start things off. All right, the burst comes through for Cyber Palm. Still in the corner here at long range, and Cat sliding right through. Fortunately, not going to find too much off the back of that. The burst stops the counter hit from doing too much. Here comes the throw. Right, Cyber Palm going for the side swap here during the setup, and now the combination is going to be sending Cat right through the wall. We got some positive bonus. We got maximum meter gain from here. There is no way Cat BRCs forward, says do something, I dare you. And Cyber Palm elects to do the most committal option possible. But the pop comes through. Now Cyber Palm is at a huge advantage is what I would say, but the counter hit comes through. Not going to find anything out of that. It's very dangerous if you're Nagoriyuki on 1 health here, and the response from Cyber Palm is enough to seal the deal. Little leggy. Cyber Palm just staying at that maximum range is what I would say before sliding right in for the throw. Now you're in a rough position. The deflect shield is going to give you a little bit of room, and now the Blade comes through. We find the counter hit. A little bit of a mini combo here. All right. The pseudo DP and the big counter hit with a big swing. Cyber Palm electing for that burst. Oh no, the grapple not quite there. Not quite finding purchase with that. Cyber Palm trying to do a little bit of shimmy action to get Cat off his feet. And the low, the red RC. Oh no, the combo drops. We pick it right back up again and again and again. Through the wall goes Cat, and Cyber Palm going to be moving on in the bracket. Man got the Scott Summer shades on. Can we talk about it?
Johnny wins.
We move on into our next game here. Try to see who it is. We're going to have our other side of the event coming up to the plate. The other half of the losers' quarters. Easy Does Stuff and Darth Zana. Seeing some May. Most likely going to be seeing some Johnny as well. Wait for our players to get up. Would show you the angle of that, but unfortunately, our cameras are not quite as operational as they should be at the moment. So we are stuck on the game screen as we wait patiently for our players to sit down, get themselves ready. Put the controllers on, they're going to pick their characters. It's going to be a great time.
dares to enter the mayhem. Johnny. Johnny.
All right, man. All right, man. PZ Dub Stuff, Darzana up to the plate. As the eagle flies, we get ready for some more Guilty Gear Strive action here. Approaching the closeout of our night tonight.
Mankind knew that. Duel
We've got our last losers quarter, and then we will move to the winners finals, I imagine. Now Darzana trying to keep PZ out. PZ doing his best to get in, knocking on the door. And we saw this matchup a little bit earlier, not quite on the same players, but character-wise, at the very least. PZ definitely did look like he had a handle on the situation. He's looking like he has a handle on the situation here so far as well. YRC taking my turn back. PZ is ready. Has managed to find those jabs here. Make the situation a little bit more shaky for Darzana. Finds a hit, but unfortunately not going to be able to finish things off. He's still got burst on both sides. I imagine neither player is going to be using this, especially after that hit. Oh, massively scaled. Once again, those changes to the PRC scale your combo by infinite %. Last patch, that micro combination might have been enough to kill, but unfortunately, like I said, the changes, man. The changes, the patch. Hell! Breaking the throw here. Now PZ to find some hits here, but the burst comes through. First burst of the set. Side of Darzana. YRC, get off of me. 1-2. Darzana opting to go for the same kind of thing that we saw earlier during this matchup. Trying to preempt the Dolphin with that 6P, but so far not falling for. Here comes the tap dust. We have no burst to get out of this either, so you're just going to have to be holding all this damage. Positive bonus. Darzana opting for some aggression, sliding right on in. Get off me once again. Easy closing it out. Darzana finding lots of spaces to throw that YRC out. Definitely just anytime PZ gets any amount of pressure going, it's like, how can I get out of this? Because I do not want to get hit by this Mei character. You know what? That's fair. I wouldn't want to get hit by that character either. Too much damage for no reason. Mutual counter here. Not too much going on at the start of this game. A bit of waffling about. A couple of stray hits here and there. Fighting for control of the situation. Now PZ manages to wrestle it free from Darzana, but the YRC again stabilizing the situation just a little bit. Now PZ with all the money in the world. It's just right now opting for a little bit of defense, waiting for the opportunity. Once again, that PRC is going to be scaling this crazy, so opting for a little bit of advantage play here. Now PZ just trying to go in. Nice job on the FD from Darzana though to push him out. Make sure that pressure is not infinite here, and now Darzana opting for infinite pressure of his own. Does manage to find a hit. It's not going to be enough to kill. Oh no, you put yourself in a terrible position. Corner pressure having to contend against. That strike throw. Not quite going to find it, unfortunately. Tochigeki to start things off at the beginning of the round. Darzana getting caught by the high here. Caught by those aerials, and now staying at a little bit of a mid-range here, but PZ does stuff, closing that gap with no problem. Oh my goodness, the Dolphin loops, he found it. He found the Dolphin loops. I know he's been trying to do that the whole time. What's up? Yeah, man, get on. Yeah, you're good. Just as long as it don't spill, you know. I've been waiting for PZ to hit those dolphin loops since he told me about them, and he finally managed to pull it off, and I'm so happy.
I know, right? Yeah, they do so much damage, too. It's crazy.
We got Slowpoke Master joining me here on the microphone.
What's up?
We are here in our losers quarterfinals. PZ does stuff, who should have a little 1 next to his name.
Yeah, let's see if PZ's going to be able to adjust from playing, who did they play last time?
Catch, I think.
Yeah, okay. So let's see how they adjust compared to Zena now that they got some Johnny experience.
Yeah, one thing that I've noticed is that Darth Zana throws out a lot less sort of like misfinders just to check you in neutral, which is something that PZ had a very good handle on judging the distance for and punishing with Dolphin accordingly. So we haven't seen a whole, well, you know, obviously we haven't seen it from PZ because you don't have the thing that would trigger it, right?
Yeah.
So he's kind of having to adjust the way that he plays, at least on that front specifically.
Yeah, I played them both in bracket, and I would say that Zena is a lot more of an aggressive one. Cat
for sure.
Cat was really chill, just kind of sitting full screen and like letting me fireball until time. But Zena's really up in your face, which I think it's cool that Johnny, despite having a kind of simple kit, enables a lot of dynamic play styles, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely no stranger to getting up in your face or staying at that mid-range or even at those longer ranges. See that PRC once again. That is one thing that Darth Zana is very, very, well, so far he's very, very dead, but very want to do here in this matchup is opt to go for that YRC. Is that it? Did I miss a game somewhere?
Nah, PZ just cleaned it up fast, you know?
Damn, that's fast.
I know, Johnny's
Damn, that's fast.
Johnny's got great HP, but I mean, May just kind of shreds through stuff, I guess.
But yeah, I mean, you know, PZ with the aggression, you could tell because like so much of Darth Zana's meter was spent on that YRC.
Exactly.
Just anytime PZ just managed to get his hands on him, or anytime Darth Zana would manage to get him away, it just takes one more dolphin, and then PZ knows how to turn that into like the longest pressure string you've ever seen.
Exactly.
And Zana's just like, I don't want to deal with that, man. Just get off me, bro.
And that's real. I do too. I mean, Johnny doesn't even have a DP. You know, you just got
you
block
just gotta hold that,
stuff.
man. You just gotta hold that. You gotta use the system mechanics. So I don't blame him. I don't blame him
No
at
fun
all.
allowed.
Well, PZ moving on there into the losers finals. I believe that's going to be all, or losers semis, my bad. I believe that's all filled up. I imagine we're going to go to winners finals here, maybe next. What do you say? Is there another bracket happening?
Yeah, we got the redemption bracket going.
Oh, we're doing a redemption bracket. I didn't know we were
first
doing.
time.
I didn't know we did redemption brackets.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
this is our first time. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Hell yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I like that. I like that, especially since like you know we have time to do that now.
Yeah.
In this sort of like lull period where we're having a little bit less entrance, and now everybody that's showing up is like, you know, monsters. That kind of like
exactly.
Like,
I think there's a pretty clear
stomp
divide.
around and what. There's kind of a pretty clear divide, so it's nice to see stuff like redemption bracket. Dude, I love redemption brackets. Man.
Agreed. I mean, everyone starts as an O2, or I started as an O2 a year ago, and
Right.
it just takes time, but you got to have those games, the consistent games. And so I personally, and Kellen would as well, just kind of stay after and play a bunch of games.
Of course,
so
of course.
The redemption bracket just gives these people a lot more time, and also people in their skill level, which I think is huge. Because if you're low seed, you get paired up against like Cat. And
You
know,
it's like, hey man, you know the guy that's gonna win the whole tournament? Yeah, you get to fight him.
Yeah,
first.
you know,
It's like,
you get to play against Skullduggers.
Right. But no, redemption bracket is super cool. Glad to see that making its way over here.
Absolutely.
I hope people enjoy it, because that means, you know, I hope people say that they enjoy it also.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing is like sometimes, you know, you're like, oh man, I really like that, but if you never say that you liked it, people are gonna be like, I don't know, man, I don't know if it was a hit, but I would love to see more of that going in the future. Because again, you know, more games is always fun, and like you said, you know, being able to play more games, and especially of other people that are maybe more along your skill line. Because I know, like, you know, you lose your first match and then you go against someone that's like also lost their first match.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit closer, but like now it's like, all right, now it's even closer.
Yeah.
Now we're just bare knuckle brawling.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. That's cool.
Yep.
What's
What's gonna happen next?
Currently waiting on I think we're getting the last match reported. We're waiting for the next one to be called.
Yep. Alrighty.
That's you.
Catch you around.
Slowpoke Master is exiting the microphone, going to be going up to play his winner's finals set against Catch TXN. As I remain to hold it down once again for those of you at home. We are here at 404 Esports. We're playing Guilty Gear Strive. It's Friday night. We play a bunch of anime games on Friday night. We play Guilty Gear. We play Uni 2. We play Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. And some other games when the community show out for them. It's a fun time here. We move on into our winner's final set. Players are getting ready. They will be putting on a show for us. Slowpoke Master 100% expecting the Kyle. Catch 100% expecting the Johnny. Let's see if the players want to try and surprise me with their picks, but I imagine we will be all business here. But you never know. You never know.
Johnny.
All right, no surprise here, character selection wise. Kai, Kisk, and Johnny. I almost want to call him Johnny Storm simply because we don't have a last name for the guy.
Duel 1.
I'm sure somebody out there knows.
Let's rock.
I love it. Run up throw at the beginning of the game. Why not? Catch find a counter hit here, and now we run right back here from the full screen. Slowpoke finds the air-to-air, but now a little bit behind on the call. Here comes the counter hit for Slowpoke once again, setting up that heavy fireball to keep Catch in the corner here. Just a tiny bit of a misspacing is going to lead to this situation here. Slowpoke does have a 100-meter, though. Catch not trailing too far behind as he manages to find $100 of his own. Plus frames activated, and here comes the overhead. We've got so much meter. Not going to be using it to convert off of anything crazy here, but Slowpoke Master definitely not shy to spend the cash here. Heavy fireball to set things up. The tap dust is going to be converting into a kill, and Slowpoke getting the first round. Let's rock the 6P immediately for Slowpoke. Going to be catching Catch off guard, and now we're here on the wall, and Catch going to be catching a fade through it as well, and catching another counter hit as well. A little bit of a test for the burst bait. He's going to catch himself a Kai Keys. The back throw incident could happen to you. Finding the low here. Slowpoke opting for the dash over into the high, but going to be grabbed for his troubles. And now the fast RC just to make sure things happen at a quick pace. All right, BRC to keep things safe here. Slowpoke Master working with not a whole lot of health, but Catch not very healthy in his own right either. We're playing this long-range game once again that we saw a little bit earlier. Catching the backdash here with the stun dipper. Trying to test it for a little bit of a burst, but Catch waiting until it's a little bit safer to do so. The fireball comes through once again. And Slowpoke Master managing to find the hit to find the victory here. Very interesting interaction here. I would like to point out Catch waiting for the entirety of the heavy fireball, potentially because he was expecting the light fireball, which would have caught him if he tried to do Mistfinder, but heavy version did come out due to that fear. And now we are back here in the first round of the second game. Slowpoke Master down just a little bit in terms of the life lead. Catch trying to vault over these projectiles. Unfortunately, not quite going to be able to do that. The heavy version coming out. Ooh, a little bit of backdash, a little bit of action here, but the counter hit in response, and the burst seal things out. Now down 2 bursts here in this game, and Catch finding a hit. Getting close through the wall. Dash, dash, strike, another strike. Oh, help me, please. Slowpoke Master pulling the trigger on the DP, not going to find anything except for death for his troubles. Catch trying to slide up, not going to be close enough to manage to find that kick action. Plus range. Mistfinder coming through, Mistfinder once again. Ooh, the aerial misfinder. Senga coming in. Positive bonus, big counter hit coming out. A little bit of reversal action. Now Catch being forced on the defensive here as Slowpoke Master pushes him into a corner. That life lead is getting a little bit smaller as we go on. Mutual counter coming through. PRC just to dive right in. Catch retreating with the misfinder, but now Slowpoke Master on the advance. Burst is online, and Catch going to use it to keep himself alive. Really, definitely wants to win this round to close the game out. Doesn't want to leave it up to chance. BRC, oh no, potential misinput. He might have input the throw. Okay. Thinking there's a possibility that he might have misinputted the throw a little bit too early. I think he was going for an air throw, but unfortunately was not able to get the jump input in time. But it's all good. He jumps right in and finds the back throw anyways. Right, misfinding to take care of some of these projectiles, but Slowpoke Master says you can't take care of this sword with the same actions. This is a physical hit, brother. The point-blank projectile and lightning strike. Catch trying to get out of the situation, trying to wrest control over everything from Slowpoke Master, but he's just finding everything he needs. Here comes the back throw, though. 100 meter for Catch. Get off of me, says Slowpoke Master. Flying in with a stun dipper, and we have the meter to convert as well. So he's going all the way to the wall. Not quite going to be going through it or be stuck on it, but the corner is just as dangerous, is what I would say, as Catch fights his way out. We go back to center stage. Yep, testing the waters here on both sides. Catch finds a hit. A little bit of aerial misfinder as well. The low blocked by Slowpoke, and he finds his way out, finds the counter hit, and finds the strike that will do a Catch in. Big counter hit here once again on that 6P. Not sure what option Catch is going for, but that 6P has won against it twice now. Spiner comes through. The counter hit, Slowpoke kind of landing on that hitbox. Counter hit coming through the burst. Traded on one side. Slowpoke building his up. Slowly but surely. Early super to stop the burst from coming through. We want to guarantee this hard knockdown, and we've got the meter to back it up as well. All right, nothing doing here. The positive bonus. All about wrapped up. Slowpoke does find the low here. Unfortunately, that's the second time. Oh, we called out the burst, and here comes the big punish. Unfortunately, that is about the second time that that specific combination Slowpoke has tried. It's not quite worked out in his favor. Unfortunately, losing the round because of it and the following DP that didn't quite connect. But made a good case for himself so far in this next round to take it home. Finding some stray hits. Here comes the stun dipper. We've got the meter to convert as well. Going for the burst safe option again. You're going to see Slowpoke do that probably after every single stun dipper conversion here. Or at least the ones where he knows his opponent is going to have burst to actually get out of that. We're just wanting to catch them, not thinking, just going on autopilot. And damn, I got counter hit. I need to get out of here. Catch with the meter expenditure. Not quite going to kill, but going to put him in a decent situation. Let's see what the meter is looking like. Not a whole lot, so he's not going to get a whole lot from this positive bonus either because he's going to use the meter to break the wall. Gold burst here from Slowpoke Master. He's going to be getting a bunch of resources. Stun Dipper coming through, and once again we find the red RC to convert here. Doesn't have to go for the burst safe option because there is no burst on the side of Catch. 2 PRCs, and Catch lands with the back throw. Catch going up 2-1 here in the set. We are going back to the character select, most likely to change music and color for Slowpoke Master potentially. Kai Kisk and Johnny Storm, not his official last name.
Duel 1.
The Shadow the Hedgehog fit is on and online. Instant burst here, does not want to deal with the counter hit, but Cash says, you know what, I'll eat the counter hit damage, it's fine. I'll be able to fight my way out of this corner, hopefully. Let's see if he's going to be able to actually do that. The air-to-air does connect for Slowpoke, and Cash being forced to use that burst. Might as well use it now instead of having to use it later. No wall break here, but it puts Slowpoke in a dubious position. He's going to be fighting himself out of. Put yourself in a corner and find a counter hit for your troubles. This fighter here, the plus frames, Senya. Slowpoke Master with 700 million meter, and we're going to be using some of it. No burst safe route here. We're just going for optimal stuff, but unfortunately not going to be able to finish the combo. And Catch finding a counter hit of his own. Again, not being able to finish the combo. And Slowpoke Master finds a counter hit. Just a little bit too far for the conversion to finish, but we find another pickup. We're going to be finishing this up here. Yeah, I got it. Slowpoke trying to fly over, going to be falling into Catch's waiting arms. The plus frames has been activated, and now Catch at a decent distance. Once again, Slowpoke, no stranger to fighting at this distance, has no problem destroying projectiles until you get bored. Now, even up on the life here. Burst. Make sure that statement remains true. Slowpoke Master once again using these jump ins. Oh, opting not for the burst safe route, and Catch catches on to that. Sees the charging projectile and says, you know what, I have burst here. I can get out of this. Oh, misfinder right through the projectile. Like I was saying, you do have to be a little bit careful with those heavy fireballs in neutral if you're Slowpoke Master, even at that long range, because Catch is going to be able to potentially slide on in and interrupt that from happening. But Slowpoke, once again, has the reins here on this round. Catch is trying to get anything happen, but Slowpoke, once again, as we've seen him do time and time and time again throughout the matches here today. Oh, the charge dust as well. Time and time again, Slowpoke being able to jump over these misfinders from the Johnnies he's been going up against today. Oh, that was Catch, my fault. We are 2 up here. Game number 5, Slowpoke Master and Catch both finding to punch their ticket to winner side grand finals. The loser, of course, going to be dropping down to losers finals to face against the winner of the semis down in that half of the bracket. Now, both sides slightly even here, with the exception being Slowpoke Master's lack of a burst. But finding a counter hit here for Catch. Burst safe route once again, and Catch opting not to use the burst. The combo does drop. Catch not finding a hit, but finds his way out of the corner. And there goes the overhead. Slowpoke Master now having to deal with the plus frames. Insegna coming through. Not going to find anything from it. Slowpoke Master fighting his way out of the corner. We return not quite to center stage. Close enough for Catch to be able to put him right back where he started. PRC, I'm back on the same side. Slowpoke Master just throwing out, not projectiles, throwing out hitboxes to dissuade Catch from approaching. Back throw, once again, Catch being very good at finding those pockets where Slowpoke opts to go from slightly unsafe pressure, now vaulting right into that throw. But again, Catch very good at being able to spot those instances where the throw would definitely interrupt the fake pressure that Slowpoke sometimes opts to put on. I mean, I don't blame him. If you're going to let me do it, might as well. Here comes the DP. Slowpoke gets out of that situation. RC, once again, Catch being able to recognize this is not the burst safe route. I can get out of this. BRC right behind you. And another counter hit. Slowpoke with the immediate burst. Misfinders not quite hitting their mark. Slowpoke with a point-blank projectiles. Point-blank projectiles. Right, not going to find real connection with those fireballs, but decent setup here. Now you're in the corner. I lied. You're in the corner, buddy. Catch pulling up, offering some strike in your strike throw. And 2 quick hits is all that's needed for Catch to punch his ticket into the grands. Winner side. The Slowpoke drops down to fight his way.
Johnny.
And earn a chance at the run back. As we await the reporting, the calling of our next set, we will be transitioning over to losers semifinals. It's hot seat time. Losers semis into losers finals into grands here. Yo, Bozo went up 3-2 over Lord Knight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's my GOAT. That's my GOAT. That's my GOAT right there. Shout outs to Bozo. Shout outs to Trip and Bozo, both spending their weekends together at Evo. Fighting the good fight, representing Georgia. I don't care if Bozo's in New York now. Again. I don't care. I don't care where that motherfucker lives. That's Georgia, goddammit. But shout outs to them too, holding it down out there. For the folks back here at home, putting up the good fight in multiple games. While that's happening out there and we're in here and you're in there and I'm the sheriff and I'm glad I'm not out here, we're back here at 404 Esports Friday Night Fight Night. It's Cat and Peasy does stuff in the losers semifinals. What is the character for this game? Let's find out together, shall we? We're back on the Jonathan.
俺が勝ったら小遣いを倍にしてもらうぜ。
僕が勝ったらジョニーのお小遣いは全部貯金だよ。
May versus Johnny. Duel 1.
Round number 1 here. Let's rock, baby. Cat opting for the immediate aggression here, and May, Peasy has been fighting the Johnny Gauntlet tonight. I believe there are 4 Johnnies in the tournament, and I think Peasy has now fought 3 of them, which is just great for him. Love that for him. At the very least, he is extremely warmed up for the matchup, and you can tell, definitely shows as he's very much offering the dominating position in this game. Cat just trying to get out of the corner by any means necessary, and it is not going to work as Peasy decides, hey, cut that out. Quick conversion into super to close things out there. Might as well. You're not going to be able to carry it over into the next round. Spend the cash if you got it. Cat now finally on the offensive here. Just a slow walk up into the grab. We'll toss the card out. Once again, think about this Johnny character. We've seen 3 different styles of play now on the stream, back to back to back. Cat's variation of Johnny, just a little bit more patient. A little bit more patient, but not in the close-up patience kind of way, if that makes any sense at all. Easy, definitely having to weather the storm here. Very, very low on health, and Cat manages to find the final closing blow. Go to round number 3 here between these two. Cat offering some exceptionally mid-range options here. By mid-range, I mean mid-long range. Not quite as long as the ranges can get, but definitely longer than most. Vault over the top. Johnny sliding right back in, finding the throw. Easy now to find a way out of this corner, but he's not going to be able to do it before the overhead gets to him. Carving the name real quick into the midsection. You're going right through the wall. We're getting a nice cheeky little setup here. For 50-50 action, and PZ says, rock, paper, scissors, I choose gun. Check this out. Dokieki over to the other side, and the low accompanying as well. Cat getting caught holding the stance. Now PZ has infinite meter, and by infinite meter I mean $100. Oh, the tap does, but there's no follow-up because we had already used our meter, and now PZ says this is how you do it. This is how you tap dust. You got to make sure you have meter first, brother man. All right, put over the top. PZ in the driver's seat here. Definitely finding a couple hits. Knows it's not quite going to be enough to kill, so just opts for the positive bonus. Or potentially just got surprised by the actual health of the wall. Deflect shield coming through, leaving PZ out in the open, but the PRC, again, the combo is too scaled because of the PRC. No, brother. Very unfortunate for PZ Does Stuff. Managed to find the hit, but it's just not enough because of the patch. Heartbreaking. Oh well, we move on. Cat once again getting caught in the stance. Throw break here. 700 misfinders. PZ jumping over all of it. Again, 700 misfinders. PZ jumping all over it. A Cat, wise with throw breaks here. Now he's holding this all in the corner. Holding this in the corner. Help me, please. I'm getting counter hit in my favorite video game. Unfortunately, the side swap happened at an inopportune time. Again, Cat keeps getting caught holding the stance. I'd like to think that he's looking out for something to potentially anti-air, but maybe he's just a little bit too slow on the trigger. Potentially looking for PZ to throw a dolphin out. Looking to react to anything, but like I said, just cannot quite react to the dolphin in time, and PZ just keeps getting those counter hits. Cat here in the corner, though. Oh, get me out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. Hold this. Throw breaks are on point, though. I will say, big counter hit, you're dead. Yeah, kill this guy. I will say, the throw breaks on point. I will give that up to him. Round number 2 here. Geki coming through. Cat with the response. Not going to find too much of it. PZ with the simple hop over the card pressure. And once again, like we saw earlier with this game against Catch, PZ instantly recognizing that the unsafe distance of the misfiner, getting all of this damage off the back of that, and a good guess. Flying right in to put Cat right back into the industrial crusher. Can't really call it a blender. Damn. You hate to see it. Jumping right at the corner where the Insegna is going to miss.
Duel 1.
Says, hey, check this out. I got a little spin move of my own. Cat taking the early aggression here, finding an early hit as well. PZ, once again, jumping right over these misfinders. A little bit of trade of jabs here. Yo, hold this. Jab to DK. Cat with the air throw. All right. A little bit of overhead misfire. Easy. Fighting his way out the corner, though. Cat's got a billion meter. And the burst online as well. So we got plenty of resources to work with here. Here comes 50 of it. And here comes the other 50 of it. Look for the no mix. Do the same thing twice in a row. See how you react with the Insegna does catch. Now PZ expending the burst. Now he's going to go full throttle to try and win this round. Burst on both sides. So obviously, you do want to win the round, but it's not the end of the world if you don't. Looks like PZ is not even going to be entertaining that option, though, as he does press the aggression here in the corner and manages to find the hit. Now, Cat having expended the burst, unfortunately going down a round, but it's not the end of the world. Like I said, the opposition also does not have burst online, so you're not at a complete and total disadvantage, with the exception of being down a round. Ooh, with throw, and now Little counter hit action here from Cat. Fortunately, no meter to make the conversion a little bit easier, so now he's right back in the corner. Counter hit 6P. No red RC to keep things going here. Once again, the counter. Opting to reset back here. PRC to make things a little bit safer, and we find a little leggy. Air dash and an air throw, putting PZ back into the corner here. Cat fighting back, finding the low. Breaking the beer bottle right through the wall. PZ dying with $100 in his pocket. Vault comes through. PZ jumping away from the card pressure. Does find the hit on the overhead. Dashing right back. No double cross up here. All right, Cats escape the corner. We go back to center stage. PZ finding two separate disconnected lows. Ooh, big counter hit. That's going to hurt a lot is what I would say if the burst wasn't online. Saving lives out here since the beginning of the game. Big clash. Big meter gain on both sides, but now you're dead, sir, is what I would say. Unfortunately, PZ not quite being able to find the complete and total conversion here. But the up dolphin is definitely going to be spelling the end of this game here. As PZ goes up 1. Cat potentially considering a character swap would probably be a good idea. Like I said, PZ is has been playing this matchup the entire night. So he's definitely putting what knowledge he has on display in these little ways. Cat opting to stick with the Johnny. Definitely believes in it. Finally getting to see him actually let some of those anti-air mistfinders rip. Fortunately, he hasn't managed to catch PZ out of the air with any of them yet. And now this combo comes off the back of PZ catching the backdash. And now the big anchor. The big anchor counter hit. It's going to be doing Cat in. I have to wonder if sticking with the Johnny was the right decision here. No time to worry about that now. They're locked in. If he continues to go on more games, he's going to have to stick with this character. And we have seen signs of life from the character, of course, including right now, as he gains a little bit of an advantage, a positive bonus, but PZ now fighting his way back into control. Not going to be able to find it off the back of the YRC from Cat. But the Totugeki coming through once again, the burst. Cat playing extremely patiently here, and as soon as he goes for some aggression, PZ catches him with an air-to-air. Now he's right back in the corner, having to hold 700 mids. Cat not quite finding purchase with the overhead, but the grab is going to be enough. He's still alive. Let's rock indeed. Cat opted for, again, just trying to wait and see what PZ's going to do. Falling back on that reactionary playstyle potentially. Oh, dashing right into the waiting arms of PZ, and now you're in the corner, and now you're getting comboed. The Orca Whale coming through, pushing you through the wall. No meter on PZ's side though. Air throw, get your ass on the ground. We find the overhead. Oh, and we block the burst as well. Not a crazy conversion off of that, or not a crazy punish, I should say. Once again, Cat in the stance. Trying to play off those reactions again. Oh, all right, a little bit of fancy footwork, a little bit of confusing action here. Going for the command dash and the PRC just to confuse PZ just a little bit, and it seems to have worked. The gold burst coming through. We're getting all our meter back, but it doesn't matter if you get counter hit on the Dolphin, and the back throw not going to be enough to kill. The OTG is not enough either. He needs one more hit, any amount of chip, throwing out a little bit of beach ball action, and the dash in with the heavy anchor is going to be enough to secure PZ the victory here in the sets, as he moves on into losers finals. We'll be facing up against, I believe, Slowpoke Master. Unfortunately, I think this is the part of the bracket where not actually get the bracket updated. Wait, we're getting the bracket updated. I do believe it is Slowpoke Master going to be walking up to face down PZ in the hot seat. I'm unsure if these two have played yet tonight. Let's take a look. No, it does not look like it. They were on opposite sides of the bracket, so they will be meeting here for the first time. It's losers final. As we wait for our players, once again, I'd like to remind everybody watching or tuning in to 404 Esports. That's the venue. You're tuned in to GA Strive and or 404 Esports. It's Friday night. We're playing anime games. Guilty Gear Strive, Uni 2, and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus with a dash and a sprinkle of other similar such games from time to time when the community show up and show out. We've had Dragon Ball in the venue before. We've had Marvel in the venue before. So we're just here. We're vibing every Friday night. So we get ready to get started. Can I switch over? Are we? We are not still. I'm gonna have to do it manually. Yeah, man. I can't do it manually because
Mankind.
everything's broken. Hello? I'm editing the scoreboard manually as we speak. All right. We are in losers final here. PZ does stuff versus Slowpoke Master. So far, Slowpoke getting a bit of an advantage here. And for the Soul colors, PZ still rocking his standard classic color May. Big red. All right, PRC just to get things started here. Deflect shield out for PZ. He's got so much money, but unfortunately, things are looking a little bit dire, and he's not going to get a chance to spend any of it. Dying with $100 in the pocket. Never feels good. Slowpoke with the multiple aerials here, but PZ weathering the storm, finding the back throw, putting himself in the corner, though. Not looking very great. And the arc does find the hit. Lightning Bolt says, get the hell out of the air. Now Slowpoke Master able to sort of snipe out the aerial approaches with things like that if he gets caught throwing a projectile. This combination doing quite a bit of damage, getting him some meter as well. But PZ says, hey, if you're not going to get the hard knockdown, I'm going to try and get the advantage on this. The PRC forward. Oh no, the PRC, help me please. We will set up here the tap dust. That is going to be enough on the heavy DP. Slowpoke Master goes up the first game. Mankind knew they could not change society. Let's see if PZ does stuff can change the narrative here of the set. All right, good start here. Blocks the DP. The burst comes through, though, saving lives as always. Good Geki in response. Big counter hit and the burst in kind. Resource expended from both sides. Slowpoke Master doing mid-range zoning here. Just throwing things in PZ's face. Now PZ in control, in the driver's seat, finding the counter hit here. And once again, those bursts have been expended already. Anchor Dolphin, Anchor Dolphin. Here comes the white whale. It's most definitely enough. You know how much a whale weighs? Come on now. Slowpoke Master. Looking for some early in aggression here. DP does manage to get a little bit of the heat off of him. Easy up, actually being a little bit more proactive, reacting to that heavy fireball to try to get something done. Oh, the PRC. Correct. Figure out what's going on here. A little bit of stagger pressure from PZ, but unfortunately does manage to get counter hit for his troubles. And the throw in the corner here. Setting up with a heavy fireball. Whiff into throw. We're throw teching twice. PZ knows what Slowpoke's looking for. Oh no, and the stagger pressure comes to backfire against you. Heavy DP here in the corner, and that's enough damage. Slowpoke Master looking to take this one all the way away. See, PZ's got to figure something out here. The burst spent, and again, being able to stuff those aerial approaches from all the way at the top of the screen. Very much an accepted addition to the bag of tricks with this character. Mutual counter hit here. PZ still on the defensive. Now finally taking some offense. DP puts all thought of that dead in the tracks. Counter hit. We've got 100 meter here. $100. How are you willing to spend it? Big counter hit here. We do have a burst. Burst is going to be used. Very understandable. It's going to be your last life. Tap dust. We do have the meter for the conversion. And we also have the meter to finish this out as well. Behold the white whale. Call me Ishmael. And PZ evening it out 1-1 here. I said, I'm not going down without a fight, goddammit. The arc coming through. A little bit of leggy action. PZ swinging wild for the fences. Managing to find a couple of hits here. A little bit of damage. All right, the burst comes out. So off butt and bottom. Big counter hit here for Slowpoke. Oh, the reversal in the situation. Back throw incident once again. I've said it time and time again. It could happen to you, it could happen to me, it could happen to anybody. And this tap dust as well. Conversion from coast to coast and back again. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Tap dust once again to seal things out in that round. All right, played a little leapfrog here. And again, those aerial approaches just keep getting stuffed by the lightning strike. Every time PZ is wanting to jump over that projectile. There we go, finding a little bit of success with the Dolphin actually moving a little bit too fast to get caught by the strike. PZ just having to find a way in around these projectiles. Big counter hit, but instant burst. Slowpoke Master knows that is way too much damage to be dealing with. Back throw incident, back into center stage actually. The burst from PZ as well, but the stun dipper. Oh, not finding the end of the combo there. But it's all right when we can cite a new one. Stun dipper rolling through. 1 and 2. And the heavy DP is going to be enough. Slowpoke goes up 2-1. First expended. The slow kick. A little bit of patience being shown here. Side of Slowpoke, but easy to say, yo, come here. One more time. One more for the fans. That's a strike this time. Dolphin does manage to find purchase. Slowpoke Master knows it's not going to be a full combo, though, so he's saving the burst for this moment. Right before the wall stick, so he doesn't have to contend with that. Heavy DP now getting easy off him, sending him all the way over to the wall. A series of unfortunate events has led PZ here into this corner. The PRC, Slowpoke using that PRC very often to sort of just course correct the side that he's on, trying to get out of that situation, but the meaty anchor is going to catch him. Easy opting to catch something. Something. All right. Easy for his aerial approaches. Seems to be relying quite a bit more on some quicker burst options rather than just going for air dashing in. Seems to be working so far. Banking on the fact that Slowpoke might not have the quick enough reflexes to deal with that, and it's happening once again. Is he going to be able to actually close it out in the Dragon Install form? Burst comes out. Big counter hit here. Slowpoke Master does have Burst, and he's going to be using it as well. All right, PZ now in the corner against Dragon Install, and it's not looking very good. Multi-hit heavy DP, and we are not closing it out just yet. My goodness, the scaling, but he finds the air-to-air, and finally, we've seen Dragon Install do his job. We can finally rest. All right, stun edge coming through. Easy taking a brick of damage, and now you're through the wall. Here's a hard knockdown for your troubles, sir. Easy break on the grab. Dolphin over the top. Playing a little bit more patient. Once again, going for the air dash, and it's going to get sniped out of the air. He has to do this, has to find something here, or else it's going to be his tournament life. Help me, please. PZ falls to Slowpoke Master. Slowpoke going to be getting his run back against Catch, I believe, who's sitting at the top of the bracket. A little bit of a run back here. And of course, as we all know, since Cat's sitting in the winner's side of things, they are going to have to lose twice in order to be losing the tournament. Dude, he's been going through the gauntlet the whole tournament, man. I think he's fought every single one that's in the bracket. The Johnny Gauntlet. All right, we've got a little bit of a pause in the action as one of our players has to go for a little bit of a bio break. Catch already stepping up to the plate. That man said, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. Point me to the action. I'm there. Man said, point me to the action. I'm there. Currently waiting for his opponent, though. So we await our grand final set. Hope everybody's having a good time at home. Enjoying the matches, enjoying the action. Once again, we do this every single Friday, except for the Fridays we don't, but those are few and far between. Sparse, if you will. But yes, we do have a tournament for Guilty Gear every Friday. We have a tournament for Grand Blue most weeks as well. Sometimes we have tournaments for Uni. Sometimes we have tournaments for other anime games. And yeah, it's a vibe. Friday nights here at 404 Esports in Doraville, Georgia, right next to the BrandsMart USA. Not a very far distance from the Doraville MARTA station, actually. Not exactly a good walk, as our area is one of several areas that's not exactly walkable in our great state of Georgia, but very, very, very short trip from the station to here. Check up on things, see if I've got any updates or news. What's happening at Evo, man? Nothing. Oh wait, it's not playing. Man, they're waiting on matches too. God damn. We're waiting on matches everywhere. Bop, 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 bop. Yo, I need everyone right now. Please don't actually do this, by the way. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. Never mind. I was going to say, I put a commentary application in for Evo. I need everybody to go on Twitter.com and start harassing Jabali right now. Please don't do that. Tell the man to put the parking lot in the program. Tell the man we need parking spaces. Tell the man to put me in the game. Put me in, coach. I'm on the way.
He dares to enter the mayhem.
All right, man. We are getting started here. Slowpoke Master and Catch. Catch, a.k.a. Light Catch, a.k.a. Catch Texan, I think. Maybe? I don't know what those letters could stand for. That makes the most sense to my brain. And a matchup that we have seen a couple times before here on stream. Man, there's too many damn Johnnies in this tournament. What are we talking about? Slowpoke Master and PZ have had to run the Johnny Gauntlet throughout the entire night. Pretty sure they've both played against every Johnny in the tournament, and there's 4 of them. I think there's 4. There's 3 or 4 of them.
Mankind knew that.
Point being, one of those Johnnies here sitting in Grand Finals winner's side, so they have a little bit of a cushion against losing. Once again, in the double elimination format, I'm sure you are all aware of how this works, but just in case someone out there is not, Catch has not lost a single set the entire tournament. So Slowpoke is going to have to beat him twice. Once to send him into the loser's bracket, where they will then duel it out in the true Grand Finals, the dead-ass Grand Finals, the Grand Finals, the Grander Finals, the Grandest Finals, however you want to call it, in the event that Catch loses this first set. And we'll fight it out for real, and the winner of that set will be the winner. But if Catch wins a single set, this first one, for example, he will be crowned the victor of the tournament. So far, he's got a sizable life lead to make that happen. Finding the throw. Waiting so long to pull the trigger on those plus frames. Knowing that Slowpoke's probably looking out for it. He manages to find the hit, and the Insane is going to be killing through the wall here.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Round number 2, starting things out with the Stun Dipper. Potentially sliding over under anything Slowpoke or anything Catch would have had to do here. Plus frames here on the miss finder. We find a counter hit. Again with the plus frames as well. Keeps catching Slowpoke, wanting to press a button here. And honestly, I have to wonder how much of the whiff Insegna after those plus frames is on purpose. Especially throwing off the timing from Slowpoke, going for his Abare, and resulting in him taking a couple of counter hits. And now the Dragon Install is online. Slowpoke Master does manage to find a hit. Catch bursting immediately, knowing full well that he does not want to take all the extra damage that this form provides. We're seeing it just now. The extra hits, the extra damage on both the stun dipper and the DP. Neutral counter here. Catch just assuming the stance. Tossing out misfinders from the back room here. Now being forced into the defensive against the wall. Ooh, footer arc over the top. Slowpoke staggering his pressure, finding another hit here. Another counter hit on the arc. Gotta wonder what Catch is potentially doing. Oh my goodness. You did not just get that hit. I am upset with you, young man. He manages to find the tap dust and the red RC. The burst comes through for Catch, but it's not enough. Lightning strikes twice in the same place, and Slowpoke Master goes up 1 game.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
All right, a little bit of backup action, but Catch has the longer reaching buttons, so he will be getting the better of that first interaction. The Slowpoke Master answering in kind with a brief combination, sending Catch over to the side here of the stage. The strike throw pressure accompanied with the heavy projectiles, but Catch finding the space to get out before getting attacked by the stun dipper. Reverse action, little lightning strike action once again. Vapor thrust. Dire A-Clot coming through the burst. The counter hit, stun dipper comes through, and Slowpoke with OTG. Quite a different situation from their first set. Catch falling behind just a little bit now. Going strictly by the numbers, Slowpoke halfway to closing this out. He is able to continue on the gas, not let Catch have his way. Heavy fireball to get things started here. The tap dust once again is back. The heavy DP going to be taking us all the way to the corner. No corner stick though, as Catch manages to find a burst. Also catching Slowpoke, throwing the card down. Slowpoke answers in kind. Oh, a little bit of shimmy johns coming through, but not going to be able to finish the combination. It's all right. We find a stray hit in any case. Slowpoke Master with the Velvet Room colors. Continuing a little bit of domination here in this first set. Catch opting to change characters. Slowpoke staying same character, of course, and looks like there was no change on either side. Perhaps just a little bit of cooldown for Catch to not only catch a bit of breath, but also attempt to catch the momentum that Slowpoke is building up.
Duel 1.
You don't want that to go unanswered. Could be bad. Momentum not only from this set, but also from playing while the hands are warm, having just done the loser's final set. Catch just trying to stabilize here. The 2K2D is going to help him in that department. The plus frames as well, but Slowpoke Master is matching with the Abare. Catch finding the air throw. Ooh, quick little jab, says get out of my face with that garbage. Burst safe route. Not able to finish things off though, and now Catch. Oh, flying right over the top, Slowpoke Master finds a hit. Catch throwing a card down and finds the misfire. The additional damage from the card burst. Help me please. Help me please again. And we have the meter to convert this as well. Unfortunately, not the wherewithal to continue the combo, and we're not quite going to be able to find the throw. Slowpoke Master just runs off with the tap dust. Is Catch going to burst this? Surely not. He's just going to go next. Yeah. Yeah, good idea as well, because you definitely don't want to expend your burst there. Seeing that Slowpoke was almost going to have it for the next round, potentially die. No, burst already used. Slowpoke Master losing quite a little bit of health. But slowly but surely able to stabilize the situation. Run-up grab is good, but the back throw is even better. Overhead misfire, no conversion, but we find a second counter hit, so it's all good. Not killing. We got 50 meter. This makes something dangerous happen. I think this is a block. It is not a block. I've been fooled every single time. I have faith. I think the players are blocking. Turns out they just pressed the button. Turns out the very first frame of their button is still happening. Slowpoke's fighting for his life right now. Any stray hit is enough to do him in, so he's got to be either extremely careful or extremely reckless, and I'll take option number 2, please. Run up with a tap dust. And that is a bracket reset for Slowpoke Master, 3-0 straight. Reset the score here.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
And again, Catch did have 2 chances since he hasn't dropped a set yet. Slowpoke Master putting that in jeopardy though.
Johnny versus Kai. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Immediately counter hit for Catch. And in turn, Slowpoke Master responds. One more for the fans. Alive. And the back foot comes through, so now Kai is going to be in the corner. He's taking a big counter hit. Damn, the wall broke very quickly. Now Slowpoke's trying to go through the wall here. Now Slowpoke's starting to get grabbed over and over again. Alright. Go very, very carefully here.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
The counter hit. Slowpoke just trying to keep Catch at bay with these fireballs. Once again, standing at the very edge of where Mistfinder would reach, but again, if you can get the timing down, the command dash can be your best friend in this kind of situation. Problem is, get the timing down. Ride the lightning. This time we are surely blocking, and we find the punish. Charge dust. Catch taking the first game here of the reset.
Let's rock.
Oops. Sorry about that, folks. We're back. Damn, they're both low health. Slowpoke Master is dead. Oh. Round number 2 here in the second game. Finding the hits, Slowpoke responding in time. Long ass kick. First suspended to keep you in the corner, and I find the tap, I find the tap dust. Yep, going right into her box. Well, Slowpoke Master once again beating him to death with projectiles and then sliding in. What's up, dude? I'm glad you sat down because otherwise I would have fallen asleep.
I mean, you have 6 Johnnies in brackets, so you know the vibes. Hey, isn't this a great patch, guys? I'm glad we're all having so much fun. I go on Twitter, I just hear, oh my god, this patch is just so much fun. It's so much less brain dead. We're all having a great time. Anyway.
Hey man, it's 6 Johnnies and Slowpoke has fought through all of them so far. And Peasy had to fight through all of them also.
Oh yeah, man, Meg High, that's such a great alternative. What a fun patch, guys. Hey, Johnny still has the best throw mate in the game, by the way. Oh, this is awesome, man.
Oh my god, Cash is gonna win 3-0.
That's 3-0?
He's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna? Damn.
He's gonna.
Who was Cat playing?
Cat?
Nago?
That's a great question. He was doing Nago. He was doing Johnny. He was no Jacko.
Oh god. Oh, he was also Johnny. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
No Jacko today. He played a game of Lucy. It was a game of Lucy.
So that's who that was on stream.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
I was like, Febreze isn't here, so who's
Yeah.
playing Lucy? Is it wasn't the, I was like, it's one of the new guys probably.
Nope.
Nope.
That was Cat. And that man was on the quaternary characters and whatnot. And I said, how deep?
I
in
feel
the
like
bag of chips can
I
you
don't
go?
even think we're on quaternary. I think we're on sextuplet right here.
Yeah,
Because
something
like he's
like
got like 7 or 8 characters.
I keep asking him every week. I'm like, who the hell do you play now? And he gives me a different answer. I'm like, all right, man.
Just play on.
I'll ask you next week. Or Jacko. One of the two, man. Or stick to the Nago. I don't know, man.
I think you just gotta go with Anji. Anyway,
Hey.
put him in the corner.
Welcome
Type
back.
Spectro pressure. You already know the vibes.
Big counter
Reversal
hit.
2S on defense. Cool.
We roll. Go right back. Yep. Help me. Get off me. Etc. Etc.
Damn, in here far slash. Catching the legs of the Lord of Illyria.
That's the second king. That's the second king? Is he the first king or the second king? I don't know.
Second king. I believe he's the second king.
The second king of Illyria. The first king is on lunch. And the third king,
I mean, yeah,
king is not,
on lunch is a good way to put it, yeah.
The first king is on lunch.
He's on lunch.
And the third king's not in the game or something. I don't know. Anyways.
Slow slash. You already know we love strike throw.
Yep.
I will say, I do love that Slowpoke has become a lot more disciplined defensively, as I say he got opened up. But, I mean, like, it's Insenia. Like, you think he's going to do Misfinder dash up.
Yeah.
Catch does that a lot. But I will say, I do like the fact that Slowpoke has been a lot more selective with his DPs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Versus when he was first starting out. He's really fine-tuning the Kai.
It's happening.
Dragon install. Do we lose here?
He's 2 for 2 in closing the rounds with Dragon Install.
Really?
Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3. I lied. Wait.
Oh, he tried to
Wait.
burst bait. He tried to burst bait.
It could still happen.
Burst baiter. Oh, Johnny couldn't punish that. Oh, buddy.
God damn, that joint lasts forever.
Yeah, man.
Good
Oh,
Lord, Dragon Install,
wow.
but
What a throw. What a throw.
Cash has been finding a lot of those, actually, throughout the night.
That's braver than me, man.
Yeah, sometimes he finds the throw, and I'm just like, you're insane. Like, genuinely, I don't know if I could have done it. Not in a million years.
Sometimes you just got to do it, man. Sometimes you just got to do it. That's what I'm finding out, man. Sometimes you can't play by the book all the time, but I do love the run under the aerial fireball. That's very much by the book, just against Kai neutral, especially when you have the good step dash that Johnny has, and still a fairly vertical hitbox on that close slash, going through the wall as a result.
Creating a little bit more space. The thing that I love about this, well, they're not in that situation anymore. I was going to say, Slowpoke Master has no problem playing at that distance. He'll just throw fireballs at you. And you try to do anything about it, he'll hit you with a lightning strike. He's chilling.
Yeah, but like on the other end, I do like how the catch is playing into that with the misfire. Oh, but let's see if he's gonna get another chance to do it. Nice tap dust, just doing it on wake up. Not gonna be enough though, because you spent your RC elsewhere. You spent your tension elsewhere, rather. We got our blue RC right here. Delay air throw. Mining the DP as well. That's why we have the delay meaty. Oh, looking for the burst again.
There it is.
Nice. Yep. I don't think that's what he wanted. I think he wanted misfire. He got dash.
I think he was trying to. So it's been between these two specifically. It's been kind of like a back and forth between like can catch find the timing between command dash misfire or regular misfire to like actually break through the projectiles. He has gotten a lot better of it as the night has gone on, but there have been times where it's been a little bit of a struggle. But
yeah, I feel like for this matchup especially, and how Slowpoke likes to play neutral, you just don't really commit to command dash until you know he's respecting it. Because a lot of times Slowpoke is just only doing fireball, and he's not really doing fireball with the express purpose of feeling out the habits of his opponent. That was what the DP of his feeling. He's just doing it to create space, which is valid. But at the same time, that gives Catch the leeway to be like, okay, I can just respond to this with misfire and then slowly catch up behind it. Because as good as that fireball is, there's some startup to it. So Johnny can advance behind it.
Absolutely. Flying over the top, we find the throw. Now here comes the heavy fireball. Nice tech. Oh, really wants to throw it again. Good on catch this match out of that. There's the DP again.
I do want to know what Zerger's notes for Catch have been since he started getting back to the game. Did you just tell Catch, hey, you're playing Johnny, so play like you're playing a top tier? I swear to God. That's what I see more of, because he's just doing a lot of this shit where I'm just like, yeah, that's just good.
$100 in the bank here for Slowpoke Master, but the burst comes out. We're not going to get to use it just yet. Here comes the red RC, though.
R slash. You'll be able to cash out into super if we get the right routing.
Kill this man.
Nice. Far slash still pretty good. A lot of things have changed about Kai, but that buff that he got, I want to say near Season 2, when Viking was out, 9-frame far slash. Pretty damn good.
We're in the corner now. Here comes a heavy fireball, but Catch jumping right over that, finding the grab again. Sengya here, the card is in play, so you have to worry about those plus frames as well. Finding the overhead and the conversion as well. Hella damage coming through. Quite a bit more than half health. And we're coming through with the low. Lightning strikes. Doesn't strike twice. Not quite. Oh no, you put yourself in the corner with the PRC to block the burst.
And I think that's tournament. What's my name? It's Champ.
It's Champ
Bailey.
It's Champ.
You don't spell Champ with a J, you dumbass.
No, it's Jamp.
Oh, Jam?
Yeah, Jamp.
Oh, is that who was added to the roster in the newest patch?
Yeah. That's the new character.
Yeah, Jamp Kudaberi.
Well, nicely done to Catch, sealing it out. This is getting a little froggy there for a second.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I mean, listen, you gotta keep the tension up, man.
That's fair. Yeah. I don't even say that as a diss to Slowpoke. I mean, like, Catch just has been very dominant in this new crop of players and weekly attendees. Just very much locking in on the Johnny. Very much improved from the last time that I fought him. It's been very cool to see.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool to see. Slowpoke as well.
Dude,
really, a lot of the people in top 4 today.
Yeah, it's really cool to just like see the elevation actually happen.
Yeah.
And then to see the like next generation, if you will, sort of like file in right under them, and who knows, maybe we'll see them in this similar situation a little bit farther down the line.
Maybe.
As the game continues to evolve and grow and get patched and add more characters, and robotic Kyle being put in the game as Kermit the Frog with 2 samurai swords, smoking a blunt or whatever.
And an orange. Or tangerine, excuse me.
But, yeah, good bracket. Congratulations to Catch. That about does it here for us this Friday, I believe.
Yep, I think that's the last of it. So
we don't have any cameras, so it's just a short and sweet goodbye from those of us here on the microphone. We'll see you guys next week.
See you.